Navigating how to use an assistive device, such as a crutch, cane, or a walker, can seem a little daunting, especially if you are a first-time user. Whether you're using it for post-operative care, or maybe you're just going through an injury, or you even just need it for a little bit of balance, it's important to make sure that you have the right device and the proper fit. Hi, I'm physical therapist Katie Wolfley, and today we're going to be talking about how to choose your right assistive device, how to make sure that it is properly fitted to you, how to move with that device, and how to go up and down a step. So first and foremost, making sure that you are choosing or using the right device is important. So if you've come out of a surgery recently, or maybe you've seen an orthopedic professional, they've probably already prescribed a device that is appropriate for you. However, if you are looking for one to grab on your own, it's important to know why we would choose each one. So say we have an injury where we actually need to take weight off of a leg, whether it's a knee, a hip, an ankle, or maybe we have guidelines to actually be non-weight bearing. We want to choose either some crutches, which we could use 2 crutches or 1, or we want to use a walker. These are devices where we can actually put weight through them safely to offload that painful side. If we're looking to just have something to help us with a little bit of balance and keep us steady, that is the one and only reason why we should choose a cane. Canes do come in multiple varieties where we either have a single point at the end, or we can even have 3 toes to the floor, or one that has 4. Making sure that you have one that fits well for you and is easy to use is always important. Once we've chosen what device is most appropriate for us, we need to make sure that it is the right fit. So if you are using crutches because we are offloading weight off of a painful limb, when you have the crutch, sometimes they come with guidelines on the side that can give you a little clue as to what is appropriate for your height. However, you should always double check that it fits you correctly. When you're standing with the crutch next to you, you should be able to fit 2 or 3 fingers width of underneath your armpit between you and the crutch. Second, the handle that is down here should rest right about at the crease of your wrist, right where that I've marked with this rubber band. So mine could be a little bit higher, but we just need a very gentle bend in your elbow as we walk and move with this device. When you are using a walker, a similar rule applies in terms of having that crease of your wrist or that little knuckle bone at the side be right at the edge of where the handles go. We want a very gentle bend in the arms, and you want to be able to make sure that you are always staying right within the walker or close to it. If that walker ends up in front of you, we're going to be in a forward hunched position. It'll impact our posture, our alignment, and how well you can stay safely within the realms of that device. When using a cane, we want to make sure that when you're standing next to it, if you let your arm drop down, same rule, having that wrist crease or that knuckle bone right at where the top edge of your cane is, so that as we move, we have a very gentle bend in the elbow as well. This makes sure that we're not putting it too high and then influencing our shoulder, or that it's too low and now we have to lean forward to get to that device. Now that we know that your device is properly fit to you, it's time to start using it. If we are working with 2 crutches, this is going to allow us to take full weight off of a leg if we need to. So placing the crutches underneath your arm, whatever the injured side is, obviously we're elevating it off the floor. And you always want your device to lead you. So we're going to put our crutches first, and then either bring our leg to meet the crutches, or we lead with the device and let our legs go through the device itself. This will allow us to get a little bit of a smoother pattern. And if you are capable of putting some weight through it, tolerating more weight, as you bring the device in front, the injured side will come to meet the devices, or we can start to bring the other leg also through it, making a little bit more of a normal stepping pattern as we increase that weight-bearing load, tolerating a more normal gait pattern. If you're using a walker, know that there are a couple different types. We have a 4-point walker, which means there are no wheels on it. We have a 2-wheeled walker, which generally has the wheels in the front. And then we have a 4-wheeled walker, which has 4 wheels, which means it has a lot more mobility to it. So when we're using a 4-point walker, the idea is to offload weight. It's similar to using the crutches, but it keeps everything in front of us. So when you're using that device, you need to make sure that you kind of stay within the space of the walker. We bring it forward and we step to it, always going 1 step at a time. If we have a 2-point walker, that obviously gives us a little bit more of a smoother gait pattern. So you can take step by step, whatever foot leading forward with each step, alternating pattern, and just keep yourself within it. If we put that walker too far in front of us, we end up out here, and that's just gonna give us some back pain and leave us with poor posture. If we're using a four-wheeled walker, the idea is usually to have a lot of freedom, mobility, we have good upright gait, and we don't need to put a lot of pressure through it. So it should stay kind of close to you. Generally, they have a seat on it, which makes it great for taking for long travel trips. And we just want to stay upright with the walker, having it close in front of us. When it comes to using a cane or possibly even only one crutch, it's important to know that with this device, we are using it on the opposite side of whatever is injured. It can seem counterintuitive, and our initial thought is to put it on the same side as the injured leg. However, when we have it on the opposite side, so say for example, my right leg is the injured leg, I want to put that device forward, whether it's the cane or the crutch, and I want it to go at the same time or right before the injured leg, so that as I'm stepping, I get to put pressure towards my good side or towards the opposite side that is stronger, healthier, and it offloads that leg without us putting more pressure onto that side. It also allows us a little bit more of an upright posture, which is just a lot healthier for the rest of our body. So as we walk with this cane, we can either step with the cane and meet to it with every step. This allows us to have that chance to kind of balance, gather ourselves. If you're a little bit smoother with it and we don't need as much support or gathering that balance, we can take that and step right through it as we move. But we want that cane to advance every time we bring the injured side forward so that we can put that weight towards the stronger side. The other important thing to know about when using an assisted device is how to get yourself up and down a stair, a step, or a curb. So when it comes to using the stairs, hopefully we have one or two railings at our disposal at which you can hopefully use either railing. When we have that, we want to obviously be able to grab one hand onto the rail, and our assistive device will go on the other side. So if we have a cane, it's over here. If we have two crutches, both crutches go underneath the opposite armpit so that the opposite hand can climb up the rail. In a very general sense, whenever we are moving with an injured limb, the rule of thumb is you lead up the stairs with the good leg and you come down the stairs with the bad leg. A little kind of phrase to help you remember that when we think about all souls go to heaven, good souls go to heaven, bad souls go to hell. That's an easy way to remember it so that you have that thought in your brain as you're moving quickly up and down the stairs. So if I have an injured left side, I'm going to hold on to my railing, have my cane in the opposite hand. The device will stay down as I lead up the stairs with my good, bringing the bag leg up behind me. That allows me to keep this leg straight as it comes up and keep a little bit of pressure off of it. As I come down the step, I am making sure that the device leads me, so now I have support coming down, and then I lead down with the bad leg, allowing it to still be straight and keeping that pressure and work into the healthy side. So when it comes to learning how to use an assisted device, obviously there is a lot to learn and a lot to know. But be patient with yourself, give yourself time, and actually physically give yourself time. Always move as slowly as you need to prevent further injury or move too quickly. If you need any more help, you're struggling with learning how to use that device, get in touch with us. You can find us at buffalorehab.com.